SLAPAFISH community, and welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a tank review on the T95E6, a tier 10 American medium tank that just came out. Well, it was the reward for completing Valor, the Valor op. As soon as you get stage 100, you get the T95E6. Well, you get two tanks if you have a premium account, a tier 9 and a tier 10, but this time I'm going to be doing the tier 10. So I'm going to be comparing the T95E6 to the M48 Patton and the M60. They are the only tier 10 medium tanks for the American class. So, as you can see, the T95E6 has the worst horsepower of this comparison. Has average horsepower per ton. It's just getting all its mobility, it's just getting outclassed by the M60. It's still faster than the 48 Patton and better horsepower per ton. Reverse speed still pretty good at 20. Fire chance is like Track rotation at 46 degrees, never let anybody down. And turret rotation is at 36 degrees, which is 4 degrees less than the 48 Patton, but 6 degrees less than the M60. Now, this tank really excels in the gun category. So it has a 120mm caliber gun. It has a reload time of 8.3. Aim time is 2.3. It has the worst aim time, worst accuracy, worst moving dispersion, and rotating dispersion. Has better gun elevation at 20 degrees and gun depression 9 degrees, which is amazing. Has the highest alpha on standard, premium, and high explosive. Has the worst standard penetration at 258 and average premium penetration and best high explosive penetration. And of course, the high explosive has the highest splash on the T95E6. Your shell velocity for all three rounds is 1067, which is a lackluster compared to the other tanks. But the DPM of this tank is 2892, which is 88 more than the 48 Patton, but about 220 more than the M60. You can actually feel the DPM right there. Better rate of fire, of course. But your ammo, you run out of ammo really quick on this tank. You get 36 rounds, which you can only do 14,400 damage, which is very bad. Now we get to talk about the turret armor. It has pretty good turret armor at 343mm of turret armor. Side is 76, and back of the turret is 51. Whole armor is pretty good. It can ricochet some shots with 114 at the front and side is 51, back is 19. Your view range is almost as good as the Patton as in the M60 at 410. Signal range is 745, and your hit points is average at 2000. But you have the best concealment out of these three tanks at .18 and .14. You have a good XP boost though. So that's it for the tanks comparison. Now we get to go jump into some gameplay of the T95E6. Okay, so we ended up on Great Wall. Great Wall. What do I want to say? Oh yeah, this tank actually has 114mm of armor. I think I did that right. Yeah, 114mm of frontal armor, but it could, because of how it's angled, it can still bounce plenty of shots, especially if you rock back and forth, just bouncing off. And right here, I have my old loadout of the ammo. I have 21 standard, 10 premium, and 5 high explosive. I do not carry that many high explosive anymore. I have 20 standard, 14 premium, and 2 high explosive now, because I kept running out of rounds, and the high explosive was just taking up too much of the ammo. Now, my equipment I'm using is a gun rammer, coated optics, and what is this thing called? I never use it. The wet ammo class, wet ammo rack. This tank gets ammo rack like crazy. You wanna know why? Look at this shot. Look at that shot. That was an amazing shot. But anyway, this tank gets ammo rack like crazy. Because the ammo's in the front. It's in the left and the right of the front of the tank. There's the bore set. We put a good shot into the engine. Just look at this DPM. I'm just tearing apart in this bore set. 2 shots and about to be loaded for the 3rd shot, and he can't repair its engine, and now he's dead. I really like the DPM of this tank. This is a really fun tank. I have my DPM DPM at 7. No, rate of fire at 7. And I could always make it faster at putting the cola on it. Or crew vents. This tank's reload is just insane. The DPM just shy of 3,000. This is meant to be like a DPM monster. And it really works with it. And I love it because it does. I really like how this tank looks. And you think, you're like, okay, there's a giant cupola. Well, the cupola is actually pretty heavily armored. Remember how I said the turn armor is pretty good and the hull was okay, but it's pretty angled? Well, you have more cupola armor. You have more armor on your cupola than your hull armor. So yeah, you have 177 millimeters of armor on your cupola or cupola. So yeah, it's pretty thick. Enemies are gonna have a tough time just trying to pin it, but don't give them that chance to try to pin it, because they will pin it, because even the cupola has some weak points on it. Right here, I'm taking out this STG, and I'm hoping this shot will take him out, and it doesn't, but I also don't want to waste another shot on him because my team is collapsing, so I'm just gonna ram him to death. Just like this, and now he's dead. And now I gotta flank up behind these two, the T32 and the E4. And right now, I'm like, okay, I am running out of ammo, and I have 5 high explosive, and I really want to shoot high explosive at these 2 American tanks, because American tanks have really bad rear armor, especially on this tank at 14 millimeters of armor, I think it was. But either way, I'm not going to be firing a high explosive because you're trying to kill these things as fast as possible. I mean, to make the most effective of my high explosive, I could just load it and just pop on the back and boom, 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 dead. And the first shot that enters our tank is from the T32, and he hits our driver. Our driver. Good thing it was our driver, because driver's actually pretty protected. Okay, the armor, the ammo laid out. Okay, at the very front of the tank, the ammo's on the left, then it's the driver, then on the right, the left side of the tank, and the right side. Nothing but ammo. On the middle of the tank, driver. I'll probably show a picture up. I probably will show a picture up so you can see where the ammo is. It's just like, wow, why is the ammo there? That's a terrible spot. And I hate hitting ammo rack in this tank. I mean, the reload's pretty good. Look, we just got hit in the ammo right there. Fixed it. And guess what happens again? Guess what happens? Very next shot. Boom. Ammo. Every single shot that penetrates your tank that does hit your ammo will damage your ammo, which sucks. It really does suck. That's why I put the wet ammo thing on it to help with the durability of the ammo rack. I think that's a 50% durability. I think it's 50%. Yes, 50%. But for some reason the tanks, it's just like, hey, get hit in the ammo, instant damage. Some tanks have really good hit points on its ammo, but this tank does not. It doesn't take a lot to just like damage your ammo or explode it. It doesn't. And right now I'm fighting a Super Conqueror, and for some reason I cannot, for the life of me, hit the lower plate of this Super Conqueror. And we're about to fire our last standard round. And he's aiming at our cupola, you can tell. And he's going to die right there. And right here is just it. This is it. Basically, there's one tank left. It's a heavy tank. I'm actually going to skip towards the heavy tank part because it takes a while for me to actually get to him. And you'll see why I'm skipping because, yeah. Okay, so we finally found the heavy tank. The heavy tank is our standard B was fighting the heavy tank. Remember, this is a tier 8 heavy tank. And yeah. He just took our standard B, and right now we need to put 2 shots into him. Now, if I was not Emmerich, this wouldn't be a big deal. I think it's 2 shots. Yeah, it's 2 shots. He puts a shot into us, and I'm trying to get on the ricochet shot, but I'm kind of over angling. But he does manage to bounce. If I wasn't Emmerich, I would have been able to shut him down. And that's why I kind of skipped towards the tank until we found the tank. And now we're gonna skip to the in-game results. Okay, so that was a victory on Great Wall. We made 83,000 silver, 7,742 XP made, and we did 5,173 damage, blocked 2,170, top gun, high caliber, top of leaderboards. And that's it for me. If you like this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe also for me, SLAPAFISH, because why would you not? And peace out. See ya.